Well, hello there. I'm Pete LaFrance, the old Growler. Welcome to Meeting Expectations. This is a Friends in Fermentation issue, which means what we do every once in a while, we wander away from beer, and sometimes we find spirits. At this time, it is mead. Now, mead essentially is honey, fermented honey, and it is carbonated, and it goes back before grapes, I'm sure, because grapes you have to stop. Honey, you just put it in the water, you let it ferment. There you go. I do believe there are sources that say that the Vikings, when they went out and saw dragons and went over as far as North America, they drank a lot of mead. I mean, that was what they drank. That was no water. They were drinking mead. And the flowers, the heather that grew in that area, most of the area, the bees would get the pollen from these heather plants. And it turns out that not only were they making alcohol, but the heather was slightly psychotropic. So they were seeing dragons for real. A bit of totally useless trivia, but it has to do with mead is what we have here today. Okay, what do we have? From Bangor, Michigan, Herminator Spiced Cider, C-Y-S-E-R, which means that it is mead made with apple juice. Okay, it is a apple honey wine with natural flavors added. Great Mead Hall and Brewing Company. Alcohol 14% by volume. It comes from batch A013. The information about that batch is in the description box below. It says, gluten-free, no sulfites added, may contain naturally occurring sulfites. Bottled by Great Mead Hall and Brewing Company, 215 West Monroe Street, Bangor, Michigan, 49013. The usual government warning that I shouldn't operate machinery or be pregnant and drink this. I don't have to worry about either one. And it is 500 milliliters, and the good folks sent it to me. So I had to do a little research. C-Y-S-E-R, as I say, that means it's apple juice rather than water and honey. So apple juice and honey fermented, and it looks as I'm betting this is carbonated. So let's crack it open and see if it meets expectations of a mead, a honey-flavored hard cider. That's what I'm pretty much guessing on, a honey-flavored hard cider. All right. For all of the tastings here, we always use the same glass. That way, none of the flavor, none of the aromas or the clarity of any of the things that we taste has a leg up one way or the other. All right. Naturally, there's no head on this at all, but look at the color. That is a gorgeous color. I mean, I'm already anticipating a lot of honey, but with that apple in there, to both of those sweetnesses, it's going to be amazing. All right, well, all beverages should be served at the right temperature, and they suggest that I serve this at room temperature, cellar temperature to room temperature, which is around 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So, I'm going to use a new Lollipop Therma pen here to see what we have got. I'm guessing it came out of the fridge a little while ago, so I'm guessing pretty close. Okay, let's take a look. $63 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, so it's a little bit warm, although the difference between room temperature and cellar temperature, I'm sure, can be appreciated here. All right, well, let's go. Well, most people, when they do their tastings, they take a look, they sniff, they sip, and then they let you know what they think. Well, what I do is I take a look, I sip first and then sniff. because sometimes the olfactory nerves can have the taste buds cheating. I'll let Master Sommelier Fred Dex explain it to you a lot better than I can. All right, here we go. It looks like a mead. Let's see if it tastes like one. Cheers. Oh, wow. What an aroma. That's like something I've never tasted before in my life. I've tasted a couple of bottled meads before. The apple is just absolutely there. But the honey, and they don't cloy together. It's not too sweet. There's a spiciness in there which keeps it from getting sweet. I don't know how they did it, but you notice I took 2 sips. The first sip was to acclimate the taste buds because they don't know what's coming. And even to swirl it around your mouth and swallow, you don't have time to figure out. So that second sip is the one where you really do find out what you're tasting, and that's pretty amazing. Wow. Nosedive. There's apple in there, but again, there's a kind of a spice. That's nice. All right, well, one more sip. Wow. Look at the legs, how it flows down the side of the glass after a sip. It shows that there is sugar in there, but it has got a big body. That is a buxom body. Whoa. I'm not gonna slug this one down, that's for sure, and I'm going to appreciate it. I'm going to spend a little time today. So, does Herminator spiced cyser, apple flavored wine with natural flavors added, meet expectations? It certainly does. If you've enjoyed this, please click on the subscribe button below and the bell. That way you won't miss any of our presentations. A thumbs up would be great, and a comment would really be appreciated. I'm the Old Growler, hoping all of your beers meet expectations.